Hey guys, Luna here, and we are back with Hiveswap Friendsim. Now, where we last left off, we had just finished Volume 9, and that means we are more than halfway through our of this series, since there's only 18 volumes in this entire thing. So, let's get into Volume 10, shall we? Of Fairway Lands and Nearby Pals. You've been lucky enough to acquire a bounty of friendships since you arrived on this planet, but there's still an emptiness nestled right in the crook of your heart's atria. Maybe making one more friend will fix this. Maybe this next one will expand inside your chest like a sponge in the bath, pushing out all of your sadness, loneliness, and insecurity. After all, number 20 is the charm. And we have Tiger Caliber and Zebede Tongva. So it looks like a gold blood and a teal blood based off of their colors. So I'm going to make a quick note. Zebede Tongva, gold blood. And the Tegori Caliber. It's supposed to be like Excalibur or something. Teal blood. Yeah, I always like, as I've said, whoa, okay. That's adorable, but look, isn't that like a JoJo reference or something? So, tonight you're abuzz with excitement. Wait, no. Your palm husk is vibrating in your pockets. One of your friends is contacting you. You pull it out and a notification pops up. Zebede is requesting to add you on Twitter. The message is accompanied by a little icon, blue with a silhouetted winged animal. Some of the similarities between this planet and your own are starting to stretch your powers of belief in coincidence. Whatever. You pull up the app and read the message from, could it be your potential new friend? Oh my, hi. I hope it's okay to contact you. Oops, I should introduce myself, haha. I saw your picture on the Cirava stream. I'm one of your biggest fans. But now I'm one of yours. Loveless looks. Anyways, I would love to chat if you're open to it. If not, it's okay, you can just ignore me, haha. Everyone else does. Oh god, that just, my heart. Could this be the universe reaching benevolently down to do your salad? It's like being given a giant pile of money unasked. You didn't even have to do anything for this friendship. You didn't even have to walk anywhere. All you had to do was join the fabled social media, and it literally appeared in your pocket. Your hands are shaking a little as you go to respond. You don't want to seem too eager, or do you? You have no idea how to approach this. You thank Zebede for his compliments and say that you would be happy to talk sometime. In an instant, a notification pops up inviting you to download another app. Oh, it's adorable. You do it, and a video screen opens. Suddenly, you can see your new friend's face. He's sweetly round and roly-poly and smiling at you broadly. Hi! I'm Zebede. I hope it's not too sudden to grab you like this. It's okay. Oh my god, you don't have to respond like this. Sorry for being weird. Let's start over, haha. How do you know Shivra? So yeah, he knows Shivra, so knows Shiva. It's an interesting note always. Apart from being extremely friendly, this troll also seems to run both sides of the conversation by himself. Befriending him is the least effort you've ever put into anything. His enthusiasm is really cute, but there's something about him that unsettles you. Looking at his hopeful face gives you a dark stab of humiliation you don't quite understand. You swallow down the discomfort and tell him the story of your friendship with Cirava, leaving out Cirava's personal background. He hangs on your every word. That's so cool. I wish I could hang out with you guys. Oh my god, not that I'm implying that you would want to hang out. It's just no one ever comes to visit me. He takes out his phone and taps a few keys. A notification box pops up in front of the video. A direct message from Buzzing that's just says no. You ask him why that is. And there's nowhere. It's good for the bees. But I guess no one really thinks it's worth the effort. I come all the way out here. It's just me and my luskas. And he can't really do much around the hive. Shy. It's fine. He really says the word sigh out loud, despite saying it's fine. He seems dejected, with a distinct downward angle to his shoulders. Sorry, his shoulders. His buzzy accent is getting to you. Time to save. Ask him about where he lives. You say it must be nice to live in the countryside. You mentioned that you did get to see some of rural Ontario when you met Skyla, and it seemed beautiful. Zebede's face twists into a grimace. Yeah, I guess. Sensing this is a moment for sympathy, you tell him you're sure his friends would come visit if they were able to make the trek. Sure. It sounds like you did visit another troll that lives in the countryside, though. So I guess you thought she was cooler than me. It's whatever. You'll need friends to pick me first. You struggle forwards. You want to reassure him, but you don't know him that well yet. You weakly protest that you didn't mean to say Skylar was cooler than him. You didn't even know him then. Maybe you'll be able to visit him in the future too. Yeah, maybe. I heard that before. He's not rejecting you, but you get the sense that a wall has been raised. You're sure you're going to keep chatting with Zebede from time to time, but you get the sense you're never going to become a true friend. Your second acquaintanceship limbo. Looks like you failed to earn his trust. Aww. That stings. Do you understand if he's not okay with it? After all, you say, it would really hurt your feelings if friends didn't make any effort for you. Isn't that what friends are supposed to do? He gives you a grateful smile, some tension releasing from his frame. Oh, I would never ask that of anyone. I don't want to be annoying. I sometimes really wish someone would take the time to visit, but I totally don't blame any of my friends for not coming. Like, you have to decide which friends come first, and I just don't. Some people are cooler and more fun than me. It's understandable. This really must be your lucky day. First of all, no one has threatened your bodily violence towards you in the past 10 minutes. Your fear for your life is at a low-key, reasonable level. Second, this troll is making it really obvious what he wants you to do. This is a total slam dunk of friend opportunity. I'll say I'll visit. Zebede's face transforms utterly. It's astonishing. He goes from sullen and shadowed to utterly radiant. Your heart pangs with an overwhelming surge of fellow feeling. True, you've seen other trolls react emotionally at the sight of meat and blood and your own body sparkling under the moonlight, but Zebede is the only one with such extreme reaction to friendship. Man, you're really feeling this little guy. You'll come? Really? That's so cool. Thanks. This is gonna be so good. I'm gonna get all the best snacks, and my Luskus is really cool. You like him? This is exciting. You leave Zebede to his preparations, even as the bubble of joy inside you goes a little wobbly. You aren't even used to such high expectations from prospective friends. Mostly people just expect you to be an imbecile. You absolutely up. You made a promise to your brand new friends. Unfortunately, that promise is to visit him in a house that is, by his own admission, so far away that not even people who know what the fuck is going on can be asked to find it. You haven't thought this through, but that never stopped you before. First things first, what old friendships can you call on to help you out? I.e., who is likely to have a vehicle of some kind? You could always call up Tangora to see what he thinks, but you don't want to be too needy with him. Amnesia, well, she doesn't look tall enough to reach pedals. Zebra, just no. You are a strong, independent alien who doesn't need no trouble. You also don't think aliens are allowed on public transit, and you don't know the number for troll taxis. So you'll do crime. Perfect. What did Konyo do when she stole a car? Punch the lock off with one big fist. You won't be punching off any doors, but you eventually find a car that isn't locked, almost like someone hopefully left it for you. Haha, sucker. It pricks slightly at your conscience as you slide into the seat and fire up the autopilot, heading out to the country once again. But recently, anything that isn't brutal, indiscriminate violence kinda doesn't faze you. So you stole a car, big deal. It's not like anyone died. This is it. So begins your gradual slide into total moral iniquity. A hardened criminal. That's you. Zebede does live pretty far out. He hasn't been exaggerating. Use the time to curl up in the backseat and catch up some sleep, all the while trying to ignore the fact that the car reminds you of being inside a large, squishy animal. At least you got a few radio channels out here. The music's so quiet. Zebede's hive is big and buzzing, literally. You hear a persistent drone of bees, and standing right outside is the boy himself. He's so excited he's bouncing on his toes, clapping his hands together. He has a gold medal on his shirt. You wonder if he's psionic. You've finally been here long enough to pick up their racial stereotypes. Go you! You're here! We actually came! I seriously can't believe that someone actually went out of their way to visit me. Well, you don't really have a way to go out of, but you keep that to yourself. You are more than happy to accept the friendship points. Zebede leads you into the hive, which, like Skylar's, looks like he made a lot of it himself. There are hanging baskets of flowers and plants everywhere, a zigzag shelf holding up a stack of colorful books. In one corner is a big screen TV and an entertainment center. Zebede vanishes into another room and leaves you to get comfortable on a big yellow couch, which is unsubtly striped yellow and black. The buzzing is pretty loud in here too, and you look around for bees. You're not thrilled about bees, honestly. You wish there was some music on your phone to drown them out. If you're thinking about following Zebede and seeing if he needs help, when your phone starts to vibrate, you look down and recognize Cirava's username. Sure, I'll answer. Might as well. You have no idea how long Zebede's going to be in there. If there's anyone with music, it's this troll. Hey dude, sup? Can't believe it took you this long to get a chitter lemo. Damn, you really lost without my help, huh? Looks like you only got 2 followers though, Lemo. You can feel some nameless tension you bleed away into the thrum of the lo-fi chill-hop beats murmuring softly through Cirava's mic. If you only could just go spend time with your cool friends and stop making new ones, but even the thought makes your stomach wring itself out like a washcloth. There's no point wishing for things to be different from how they are. You'll do anything for new friends, anything. You ask them if they have any chitter advice, on how to be a cool guy online. I mean, definitely came to the right show, but I don't know if I should be, managing your brand more than I already did. It's just risky for me, So I don't know if maintaining my image as is. Other streamers always on my budge, Doesn't mean we can't hang, though. I mean, it was really chill last time. Also, I need my clothes back. You're sure, Cirava, that you still definitely have their clothes and that you totally did not destroy them in an epic battle to save a giant colleague. That's cool, no worries or anything. I was just wondering if you wanted to hang out today. If not, it's chill. Got all sorts of shit I can get up to, Lemo. You know how it is. But yeah, let me know. Oh wow, how did you suddenly become so popular? Maybe this is what happens when you finally get online. Not only are you hanging out with one friend, but you got another one clamoring for your attention. Social media is amazing. I don't think it's amazing. But hey, sometimes social media is the only way to other people, but who knows? You know, Cirava, you would love to chill, but you're currently out in the middle of nowhere hanging out with someone else. Maybe Cirava hadn't heard of him? Zebede Tongva. Surely everyone on the internet knows each other. I don't know him. Sorry, Lo. You spell out Zebede's Twitter handle. Cirava's face does a compliant dance between shock, worry, and wry amusement. Oh dang, Lemo. What are the odds? Small internet. So Cirava does know him. I know of him. Man, awkward. Are you guys tight though? You told Cirava that you aren't tight yet. Pretty loose, but you're working on it, which is why you're currently in the middle of nowhere sitting on this this bee-themed couch. Cirava scratches awkwardly between their horns. Is that like what you go online to do? That whole scene? Scene? The only scene you know about is the friendship scene, and possibly the clown scene, and the meat scene. Actually, you may be in more scenes than you give yourself credit for, and the feeling you are on the edge of another one. You can taste it, and it makes your stomach growl. You can tell Cirava whatever the scene is, you're definitely not a part of it. You don't even know what they're talking about, so what are they talking about? It's not like to talk shit or whatever, because God knows go to live in a glass hive of tenuously curated online social interactions shouldn't throw stones or whatever. Fuck knows, I got onto shit back in the day. But you maybe shouldn't hang out with this dude, especially when you're like right on the edge of breaking out yourself. I mean, you have to be careful with this shit. I told you what happens to me, internet fame. I told you what happened to me, internet fame isn't a joke. They gestured vaguely toward their missing eye. Here, let me just link you. A link pops up in the Gripe chat box. You follow it to appears to be a fanfiction account. Nothing wrong with a little fanfiction. You've never been into much of a writer yourself, but you're pretty pro doing whatever they feel like as long as it's not a gruesome murder. You're a real chill dude that way. I mean, you're right, yeah, same, Lemo. I'm not trying to judge or whatever, but you'll see what I mean. Let me scroll down. We scroll past the first few pages. Most of them seem to be about some band that you never heard of, and then almost at the end you find, oh damn. This appears to be a fanfic about Cirava. You don't click it though, you can't get the idea from the tags. Well, Cirava's a big deal after all. You guess it makes sense that people will include him in their fantasies. You do all the time, in a friend way. Yeah, you get what I'm saying now though. I mean, live your dreams right now, Lemo. Any guy on the internet can write whatever he wants about me, but like, I don't want to see it. Just heads up, you know. You get how that could be a little awkward. You tell Cirava that you will be careful on your infant internet fame. Though you doubt anyone will write anything about you. Who would want to read about your dumb fuck exploits? Yeah, Lemo. Come over whenever I'll smoke you up. Great, we're bug ass. You're under call with Cirava and navigate back over to Zebede's fanfiction account. Pick one of the ones not about Cirava, one of the teen reader ones. You don't have anything against erotica, but maybe you save it for later. You don't know any of these characters, and the context is dubitably indecipherable. The troll music business, but if this really is Zebede's writing, he's pretty good. I have such talented friends. Hey, sorry it took so long. Shit, Zebede sneaks up at you from behind. You quickly lock your phone, but apparently not quickly enough. What? How you find this? Oh my god, were you been searching for me? I thought you were friends. What? Of course you're friends. Friends don't go digging around each other's shit. I would have showed you my fic if you just asked. You tell him that you absolutely did not go looking for it. Cirava gave it to you when they called you up just now. Zipper's face closes down. Is that just you or a sound of bees gone louder? Oh wait, so your cool friend Cirava told you. I see how it is. No, they just called you. You just answered the phone. No, it's fine. I totally get it. Haha. Even calling all this way, out here, I'm still not a priority. It's fine. It's not big of a deal. I'm totally used to it. You and Cirava, what are you, mate sprites? You are absolutely not mate sprites with Cirava. You are not mate sprites with anyone as far as you know. Fuck. Having so many friends is exhausting. Oh, really? Like, your life is so great, I get it. You have just so many friends and you're so popular and everyone wants to spend time with you. Zebede is crying and not trying to hide it. Oh, poor baby. Oh. It's very sad and extremely awkward. You feel terrible. So kind of a dickhead. You're always doing all this complaining about your lot in life, when to tell the truth, you've actually got a lot going for you. You have all these amazing friends who'd go out of their way to check up on you and ask if you want to hang out. Of course all that complaining is just your internal monologue. It's not like anyone can hear your thoughts, thank God for that. Well, I'm so glad that you and Cirava have each other. Maybe you can hang out with them and make fun of me some more. You tell Zebede you're absolutely not making fun of him. You're just curious about his hobbies and interests. You absolutely want to read his fanfiction. But the kid isn't listening anymore. You hope the car has enough gas to get you back to civilization. Oh, poor baby. Oh, poor baby. Oh. voicemail. You decide to let the call go to voicemail. You're busy with a different friend right now, and you can just call them back on your drive home. Or, not home, but the closest thing you've got right now. It will give you something to do besides sleep. You mess around on your phone for a little bit, filling out your profile on your chitter. Alien invasion of 1, just here I guess. That's honestly the best you can come up with. You aren't quite sure how your age would translate to troll years. Sweeps? You don't bother with that. You already gained some more followers. Cirava retweeted your intro tweet, or chirp, or whatever. Zebede comes back in a tray with a tray of snacks and 2 glasses of something bright red that you hope isn't fake or blood, but that goes without saying at this point. Hey, who are you talking to? Are your palms husk going off? You tell him that you weren't talking to anybody. You let the call go to voicemail. Does he really think that you'd be the kind of person who would just take a call from someone else while you're having a hangout sesh? Heck no. Oh, you didn't have to do that. Zebede says that, but he's obviously incredibly happy that you did. He sets the tray down and hops up on the couch next to you. So what do you want to do? I have a bunch of really cool stuff you could check out. Ooh, excuse me. But I didn't want to make you just do whatever I wanted. I know we barely know each other, haha. You tell him that whatever he wants to do is fine with you. You aren't picky in any sense of the word. Zebede looks a little at sea by your lack of an opinion, but eventually he puts on the nicest episode of... the first episode of a pirate show. This is nice. It's nice to just chill for a little while. But you barely get through the opening credits before Zebede changes his mind and puts on a show about space pirates instead, but then he gives up and on that too. He keeps looking at you for your input, but the extent of your experiments with troll pop culture is Emil's knockoffs, and that one shitty romance flick Polly told you to see. You are not informed enough to have an opinion. You are seriously down with it for whatever. Zebede does the same thing with video games for a while, becoming increasingly more distressed. You feel a deep empathy for his plight, but also mild annoyance. You understand this unreasonable fear of beefing it in front of your friends. You feel like that pretty much all the time. You eventually suggest to Zebede that you could just watch the last thing you watched on GrubTube. Zebede goes a delicate gray color that you've come to realize is the troll version of a blanche. I'm guessing blush. Yeah, we could do that, sure, but you know a guy's GrubTube queue is, kind of personal. Not that I don't trust you. If you can't trust randos you meet online invited to your house, you can trust, right? You feel that way too. You also feel that the overwhelming urge to throw yourself into the arms of strangers since you've crash-landed down here. You tell Zebede that you aren't going to judge him, you don't judge your friends. An overwhelming look of trembling gratitude comes over him, and once again, you feel an uncomfortable pulse of empathy. You are so used to being the desperate one. You're not sure how you feel about this turnabout, all this social power. Okay. The two of you scroll down through the history on his GrubTube account, and you find yourself choked up by the incredible trust he is showing you in right now, letting someone behind the curtain. There doesn't really seem to be anything worth getting stressed over, no porn or anything. He does have a lot of videos of Cirava, specifically ones where they're actually on camera. Oh yeah, they're so cool. It's so rad that you guys are tight. I really want to meet them someday. He sighs, then sighs again, a little louder. Excuse me. You catch on to the part on your part in this and tell him that you can probably figure out a way to make that happen. You hope you don't have to follow through on that. Cirava's a busy guy and you aren't sure they actually let anyone into their hive. Well, besides you. But you seem to be the exception to a number of rules. You keep that to the last part to yourself. The rest of the videos in his history are about a band called Hatch to Dance, music videos, interviews, and compilations of vlogs. You ask him what all this is. You never heard of HTD? Really? It's so cool, that my fave. Gets shifty-eyed. Whatever, they're alright, I guess. Their music's kinda catchy and they have a pretty dope group dynamic. You mentioned that all of them seem to be pretty good looking too. Yeah? Really? You think so? You point out a guy with tall horns and swoosh into hooks and a lot of white hair and that falls into his eyes. This guy is particularly handsome. Who's okay, I guess, if you're really basic. Not that I think you're basic or anything. He shows you some of the music videos. They have really high production value and extremely elaborate sets. All of the band members sing and dance, and they get very close to kissing each other. He's been really nervous about showing you this. His deep dark secret is that he likes music videos. Is being into a pretty pop star some kind of cultural taboo? Not really. Just, it's kind of lame, right? And I really want you to like me. Yeah, it's pretty obvious, and you do like him. You just wish he wouldn't say stuff like that. It's embarrassing. You also remind him that you yourself have gone around doing pretty much the same thing, pretending to agree with everything your prospective friends say, lying, saying you're into things you aren't, just around being a big phony. The circumstances are different for you, though. You're an alien. This is hostile territory. You don't have a hive or luscus or even horns. So it's way less pathetic for you to be like this than it is for Zebede, right? Deep down, you know you're full of crap. You're just coming up with reasons to excuse behavior in yourself, then condemn in others. You just hang your head in shame. Zebede, who is not privy to your internal monologue, looks confused. Is it possible that you're doing the wrong thing in your internal quest for friends? Could it be that, before you can spiral any further into a full-blown existential crisis, you're a noise from outside that you really, really don't like? Several noises, in fact. A crash, followed by a thump, followed by, "Get out here, you fucking piece of shit, you thief." Oh dear. Zebede scrambles around to look over the back of the couch. You can just make out a shape through the window. Hey, this is a totally wild question that I would never ask a potential friend, but did you steal that scuttle buggy? Haha, funny story. You didn't know how else to get out here. You did for him, for your nascent friendship. Oh wow, nobody's ever stolen a scuttle buggy from me before, huh? Did you forget to take the GPS chip out though? Because I think whoever stole it found it. GPS chip, right. Fuck, this is not a suspicious start to your life of crime. Maybe you aren't quite ready to go it alone yet. Another crash and rattle. It sounds like someone is taking pieces out of Zebede's hide. You get up and start for the door. What are you doing? You can't go out there looking. They look big, and they sound huge. You'll get us killed. Right, he's definitely got a point there, but whoever is outside seems intent on demolishing his hive brick by brick, so they're gonna get in eventually. Better for you to go out there now and face the music, so at least one of you gets out of this. Zebede stares at you. Weirdly globby golden tears pool out the corner of his eyes. You would do that? For me? Nobody's ever offered to die for me before. That's so nice. Yeah. You're pretty nice. Also pretty idiotic considering you're about to give yourself up to a big angry troll whose car you absolutely stole. Well, it's been fun while it lasted. It's been mostly terrible. Oh well, goodbye cruel world. Wait, you have one hand on the doorknob when Zebede's shout rings against the walls and ceiling. No one is touching my new friends. Outside, the buzzing rises to a rattling crescendo, so loud that it no longer sounds like animals. It sounds like weather or a fighter jet. This intruder screams. You wins, but you are also overwhelmed by gratitude and excitement. Zebede did that for you. The screams stop after a few seconds, and the buzzing gradually recedes. You and Zebede are left staring at the door, then at each other. Behind you, GrubTube is auto-playing a H2D interview. Little ambient crackles of the white electricity you've come to associate with psychics reach Zebede before that fades too. Did he seriously telekinetically gather up a bunch of bees just to throw them? No, that sounds hard and potentially dangerous with bees. I'm more just ask them nicely. I'm bad at it, though. Sometimes it doesn't work. Well, it's sure to work this time. Yeah! Zebede nods and then he nods again. He's adorable. He's like a little baby. Yeah, that was pretty cool, right? The two of you venture outside to see what's going on. Nothing is going on. Night is quiet. The car is exactly where you left it, and there is no sign of the bees or the intruder. So either they ran away or got sung so many times they dissolved into sludge. You feel another pang of conscience, but it's not enough to cover up your ecstatic surge of happiness when you see how chuffed Zebede is to have set some bees on a guy. You tell him that you're grateful. You think about adding that you're proud of him, but you don't want to literally make him explode. You let him hug you instead. Guess that means you have a scuttle buggy now? Yeah, spoils of war. Want some buttery explosive kernels? Make them myself. Well, I put the kernels in a pot and explode them. You tell him that sounds great. Yeah, honestly, he's pretty fun to visit. Minus the sudden attack, you're having a real nice time, and that part was honestly entirely your fault. He should quit putting himself down so much and stop and being such a desperate piece of shit. You mean that in the nicest way possible, and that's pretty good advice in general. You know, just have a floating around out there. We can be friends. Huzzah. Oh, he's adorable. And with that, we're gonna leave this episode here. I hope you guys have a good day, night, week, month of your lives, and may the stars forever guide your path, wherever it might lead you into the future. Bye-bye.